access MateSel, you will need to be logged in to Angus Tech. The MateSel tool can be found via the Tools drop-down menu. If you are a first-time user of MateSel, you will need to select the Download MateSel installer. This will download the MateSel app onto your desktop. You'll need to install this onto your computer, follow the prompts, and close the window at the end of the installation process. MateSel will then put a pop-up window, and you can then close this window. To create your MateSel run, click the Create MateSel Run button. This will bring you to a Selecting Candidate Animals screen. Here you can either import animals via file, select which cows from which inventory season you'd like to include, whether or not you'd like to include heifers, bulls currently in sale catalogues, or bulls currently available via semen catalogues. You can also add in here a description. This is a naming field, allowing for traceability if you wish to review your results again in the future. Once you have selected your candidates, click the Create MateSel Run button. To be able to launch MateSel, you will first need to click Search All. Your most recent run will be the uppermost run. To display the Launch MateSel button, click the arrow on the left-hand side of the corresponding run you wish to open. Then select Launch MateSel. You may then need to click OK and open MateSel. A new MateSel run window will now open on your computer. In the Basic Settings tab, you can define your breeding objective. Here you can select which index best represents your breeding goals. This will be utilised as the basis of the optimisation of your matings. Here we have selected the Angus breeding index. You can also select up to 12 traits to monitor and control. This will show you their progeny distributions for each of these traits, and you can apply additional selection criteria based on these traits. To select the traits, click on the traits. You may also choose to add groupings for your candidate matings. Do this before you click Next. Here, in Mating Rules, we can now define our mating rules. We can enter the number of matings required. This will automatically populate with the number of dams in the file. However, it can be reduced if you're considering potential females to cull, or increased considering potential donor dams. You can also select whether or not you would like to include backup or replacement bulls. MateSel can provide you with 4 alternative options in addition to the optimised mating. If you would like additional backup or replacement bulls, select Yes. We then get to the male candidate usage settings. Here we can add maximum matings, minimum matings, and must-use criteria. We can add this individually to each bull, or we can set all to apply it to all of the bulls. This is useful where you have certain bulls you would like to ensure their use within this mating season, for instance semen straws or certain natural bulls that must be used. To apply the female candidate usage settings, click on Female Candidate Usage Settings. It is possible here also to add a max setting, a min, and a must use. Again, you can apply this individually or apply to all. You can also select whether or not you are using reproductive technology like IVF or MOAT. Once you have made your candidate usage settings, click Next. Here you can review your run. You can review your criteria applied and confirm selections. If you would like to make changes, select Basic Settings or Mating Rules. Once you are happy with your selection, hit Run MateSel Analysis. After some data preparation, the analysis will start and display the following window, which displays the frontier and progeny trait distributions. The MateSel Solutions Summary dashboard also displays the percent complete, which represents how complete the solution is, the average progeny index for the selected index, the average progeny inbreeding, the number of sires used, the number of targets or constraints applied, and the average parental coancestry. We can also change our target degrees for the frontier, increasing the amount of gain we would like to apply or increasing the amount of diversity we would like in the progeny. We can also see that we've got the traits distributions here. The black marker indicates the progeny if mated on a random basis, and the red marker indicates the shift as a result of MateSel optimized mating selection. If you would like to, you can also apply further targets or constraints to the traits. To do this, select the corresponding trait that you would like to apply this to, and then select the target type, emphasis, and then your value. You can either do this by entering it into this box or by clicking it onto the graph. To apply the target, click the Apply Target button. MateSel will then recommence calculating the new optimized mating solution. We can also view the markers. This displays the distribution of the genetic conditions for the resulting progeny. First row of graphs indicates animals that are free. The second also indicates progeny that are free. The third indicates carrier progeny that have obtained the genetic condition from the dam. The fourth, carrier progeny that have obtained the genetic condition from the sire. And lastly, affected progeny. And again, this is a distribution graph. We can again apply further targets to each of these as well by clicking on the corresponding histogram graph. Via the inbreeding tab, we can view the inbreeding coefficient of the resulting progeny. Here, the green marker indicates the inbreeding level under random mating, and the red is the optimized MateSel mating average for progeny inbreeding. We can apply again further constraints here via the set progeny inbreeding limit or reduce progeny inbreeding via weighting limit. Via the Matings tab, we can view a list of the optimized matings. Here we can see, once we are happy with MateSel, we can click Stop Run, hit Yes. Then in the Matings dashboard, we can see a list of the optimized matings with males, females, the resulting progeny's index value, and inbreeding percentage. Via the dashboards, we can also view a sire use summary, sire use in further detail, group summaries, trait responses, and marker frequencies. Once we are happy with the run, we can now exit MateSel and close the MateSel window. To do this, click on Menu and Exit. Once we are back in Angus Tech, we can refresh our screen and our results are now available in Angus Tech. To view the results, click on Results Available. Here we can download our CSV mating list summary, a detailed mating list, our backup size, and our MateSel analysis report.